Roshi, Tenshin-Han, you're in too deep. That's right everyone, Dragon Ball Super episode 89 is here, and things are going old school. A mysterious beauty appears, the Tenshin-Style Dojo Mystery. Man, the tension here is just insane! We go back in time a little bit for understandable reasons. Not because there's only like 8 hours left until the Tournament of Power begins, but just to give the writers a bit less of a headache trying to figure out what to do in that time frame. Goku is off finding other people to join them for the Universe 7 team. He is intending to recruit Tenshin-Han and Master Roshi to complete the lineup for Universe 7. Okay, alright, I admit that's cool. I like the fact that time can actually go backwards instead of going forwards all the time. For a while, they've not really been stopping and thinking, what other things could characters be doing at the same time? This is the type of time travel I don't mind and can actually understand. Unfortunately for Goku, Roshi isn't at Kame House when he gets there. Instead, Goku's gotta go off and find Roshi at Tenshin-Han's new dojo, the beginnings of the new Crane School.
What? Oh man, now I gotta travel like a whole minute. Oh jeez.
For those of you who might not have been expecting the fact that Tenshin-Han opened up a new dojo, this isn't new. Tenshin-Han's new Crane School and the dojo right now is lifted straight out of the timeline for Dragon Ball Online. If you want to understand the Dragon Ball Online timeline in great detail, I'll include a link to the video I did on it in the description and up top. But in summary, Tenshin-Han established a dojo for his martial arts style in age 780 or prior to that, taking on his own style of the crane technique that he learnt from Master Shen back in Dragon Ball. In age 821, the dojo became a fully fledged school. So what we're seeing here is the anime taking a leaf directly from the MMO, which failed to get a proper Western release. I mean, we've seen the fan iteration of it and the fan translation of it, which I've been playing, and don't worry, I will be getting back to it. We are then treated to a pile of discount students from the Doctor Strange movie, and they all look the same to me, really. It's because they're bald. But these two guys in the back here, they look so pumped that they're there.
Oh man, I'm so excited to be here, oh my god! I think I need the bathroom.
Roshi is there too, looking kind of dejected at the fact there are no pretty girls learning under Tenshin-Han. No, this seems to be a typical anime dojo for main characters that never made it and seem to hate their hair. After trying and failing to power up, the students watch Tenshin-Han do it, and it seems like nothing to him. And it's nothing to us really, because this is something we've all seen before so many times. At least super tall buff Krillin dude's impressed.
Suddenly a girl appears. How will the students cope?
She seems to have a bone to pick with Tenshin-Han and stomps into the new Crane dojo, and Chioatzu willingly guides her, which seems like it's the only thing he does now. Oh well! It seems like Tenshin-Han might recognize this girl from back in the past, but before we can get to more narrative interrogation, Roshi bumbles in and does this thing when it comes to pretty young girls. Oh yeah, this is like original Dragon Ball, alright? You do you, Roshi. Tenshin-Han cuts through all the fan service and gets down to the real thing that we Dragon Ball fans care about. Can you punch stuff? Oh, and yeah, and her name. It's YURIN. Okay. I think you know why that might be funny. Moving on. In any case, the reason that she gives to us right now for being here is to emphasize her beauty, because that's what all martial arts are about, right? No. That doesn't wash well with Tenshin-Han, but as far as Roshi's concerned, he's all for it! And gets kinda carried away. Or more like, YURIN gets carried away to her doom! No, it's just more comedic hijinks.
Goku's here!
And immediately reminds us about the plot.
Oh, hey Tenshin-Han! It's been too long! Since episode 40 of the Universe 6 arc when we were fighting those guys. Well, I say you were fighting. More like I was fighting, and I kicked butt. Yeah.
Could Goku's hailing of Tenshin-Han been any stiffer? Tenshin-Han knows he's not going to get any peace today, so he calls off the lesson and lets every one of his single, nameless students go about their business. You know, whatever non-main characters do. Goku, being the expert of inelegant conversation, immediately blurts out the fact that he wants Tenshin-Han to join in for the Tournament of Power. Yeah, okay, not beating around the bush, eh, Goku? We're only 7 minutes into the episode, so I'm guessing this means we're gonna get a mini story here. Okay, hopefully it won't be as disappointing as the last side story. Roshi and YURIN are getting acquainted in the way Roshi does. And it's quite obvious that YURIN's going to be the villain of this episode due to the fact she does all these obvious asides.
Oh no, he might be onto me. Oh, that baldy's gonna get it in the neck. Subtlety.
But that's all overshadowed by Roshi's old antics of being a lech, having too tight of a uniform, having a miniskirt, And Yurin's there too. But then Yurin escapes and activates her trap card of talismans which do bad juju-y stuff, which we'll find out later. Okay guys, don't worry. I know what talisman are. I watched me some Jackie Chan adventures back in my youth. I know my stuff. But back to the main plot. Tenshin-Han, like most of the other participants in the Universe 7 team, declines the invitation. But we all know he will really. We just need to wait and see how he's going to accept it further down the line. But for now, let's just entertain the fact that, yeah, sure Tenshin-Han, you're not gonna be in the team, okay. We're just gonna wait for the plot device to happen, which comes along right about now. Oh no, Master Tenshin-Han! The students are missing their hair and causing havoc in the city! What do we do? We call the Watchmen! Or go deal with it ourselves. Goku instant transmissions the gang instead of just running down the hill, and finds the city to be in mass chaos due to the fact there's a single fire. That implies it's being destroyed. Oh no! Oh my god, the students are evil planking zombies! The internet craze has gone rogue! But we don't have time for all this destruction! We gotta go back to Universe 6 and find out how Kaba's doing with Caulifla. But seriously here, this is where I actually have to hold my hand up and say that I was wrong. Caulifla is not the redesigned Femme Broly that I thought she was. That honor goes to the original female Super Saiyan thing that we saw in the previews, who we now actually get to see. That original girl is right there in Caulifla's mock biker gang. Enter Kale, with the most foreboding of foreboding looks that I have ever seen. Caulifla won't join Kaba, so Kaba goes Super Saiyan in retaliation. This kind of gets Caulifla's interest, and Kale, who actually looks kind of scared. Ultimately, Kaba uses the Super Saiyan transformation as a bargaining chip, and Caulifla actually decides to join the team. And I bet further down the line that Caulifla will actually bully Kale into joining the team too. And okay, this is the bit where I actually kind of lost myself for a moment there, because when Caulifla says to her goons, "Get him some juice," I just thought this was just some kind of kids clubhouse and, you know, with the whole no Kabas thing. But you're letting Kaba Glumplet. Back to Earth though, and the zombie animation is recycled. And Roshi does a thing, which actually proves useful. And Chioatzu does a thing which proves not to be useful. Oh no, Yurin's plan has been foiled. Well, actually not really. She's caused collateral damage to the town and ruined Tenshin-Han's reputation in said town. So actually her plan's been sort of successful. But why is she doing this though? What kind of bugbear does she have with Tenshin-Han? Well, it's down to the fact that he left the crane school and ignored her cries. That's it. That's just grounds for destroying Tenshin-Han's livelihood. Learning arcane magic and witchcraft? You couldn't have just followed Tenshin-Han or cried out to him or something? No, you just stood there and decided that day to learn witchcraft in retaliation? No? Infantile and juvenile mass destruction then, okay. Goku, Tenshin-Han and Chioatzu waste no time by judo chopping the students in one single blow and removing the talismans, bringing them back to normality. Well, I say Chioatzu helps. He kind of fails by being scared by one of them. Oh, it's just not your day, Chioatzu, is it? Oh well! Roshi and Yurin duke it out for a little bit, but we forget actually, Roshi is the god of martial arts on Earth. He will not bow down to anyone who dare oppose him unless they have a skirt. And he looks up and then he falls down and then gets kicked in the nether regions. And I bet that most of you out there winced a little bit. I bet. I mean, I did. I'm wincing just thinking about it. Okay, so now Zombie Roshi can actually take out Tenshin-Han, right. Oh, that's gonna get the power scalers in a tizzy right there. But what might make them feel better is the fact that Tenshin-Han breaks out the Fist of Forearms, something that we've not seen in what, like forever. Nice little callback there, as well as the having no shirt thing. But even that's not enough to stop Zombie Roshi. Whoa, okay. Yep, Goku's here and he feels like he doesn't need to power up to Super Saiyan just yet. But Master Roshi's been doing a little bit of training in secret because Goku actually has to hold his own. But I think Goku knows the fact that we have to rush things along because he leaps up into the air and performs a Kamehameha down to the ground. The Kamehameha then conveniently burns off the talisman whilst leaving Roshi relatively unscathed. Now that's key control for you right there. So yeah, Yurin's about to be banished for causing all this trouble, right? No. Tenshin-Han is the bigger person right here, and instead of banishing her, he includes her in his dojo. Good on you, Tenshin-Han, that's forward thinking. All is well. And oh yeah, Tenshin-Han and Roshi will join the Tournament of Power team. Great, okay, yeah, we knew that was coming. The narrator then ends with an epic sound-off of the entire Universe 7 team, and I'm getting myself pumped up right here. We've got 8 hours before the tournament begins, and it feels like we're pretty much getting close to the main event starting. All in all, this episode was pretty decent. It was certainly a lot better than Space Poachers, that's for sure. It felt like a genuine Dragon Ball episode from days of old, you know, with the fact that they didn't have to resort to Super Saiyan to get things done. In fact, Super Saiyans weren't mentioned at all while we were on Earth. And I'm also glad that Goku didn't resort to Super Saiyan Blue, because right now it doesn't really feel much of a statement anymore. In fact, it seems kind of trivial now. And as for YURIN, punny names aside, she really needed to find a better motive to cause all that trouble for Tenshin-Han. How hard would it have been to actually make much more of a compelling backstory? Surely they could have fought before YURIN and Tenshin-Han, and then Tenshin-Han would have mocked her saying, "Oh, you're weak and pathetic, come back and fight me when you're stronger or more capable." But no, she just stood there and cried a little bit as he walked off. Right. As for Universe 6's events, well, we finally know the identity of the female Super Saiyan. It's Kale, not Caulifla, as we first thought. So again, hold my hand up and I say I'm sorry, I was wrong. But hey, 2 prospective female Super Saiyans. This is my lucky day. I've been fighting for female Super Saiyans ever since I started my discussion videos, and now it looks like I'm gonna get them. Nice. Yeah, this is all going great so far. I'm really getting excited. Now let's just hope that recent rumors about a certain character returning to replace a certain member in the Universe 7 team don't ring true, or else I'm gonna be annoyed. But anyway, that's my review for Dragon Ball Super Episode 89. Tune in next time for my review of Episode 90. Until the next one, be sure to like and subscribe. Catch you later.